Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. So, I have been very busy today and I wanted to sit down and react to another great tarot reading by Melissa Gold Tarot because she did a two-part reading. One tarot reading was on the feeling of her mother, and part two was like, what does her father feel? What's the feeling from her dad? Now, some people were asking in Melissa's comments, was the reading on the stepfather or the biological father? And I did watch part of the reading, and it kind of feels like her biological father. Like there are different things that were being said that pointed in the direction of her biological father, the one that she doesn't really talk to or has much contact with. So Melissa has a really lot of great things to say, a lot of insightful things, and I would like to give my reaction to her reading. Also, I can't explain why, but while I was watching Melissa's readings, one of my decks, the What's the Vibe deck, was saying, pull me out because I've got things to say too. So if I pull out my cards and pull out a few for this, absolutely no disrespect to Melissa or the reading that she's giving. It's just that my cards are saying there's more. There's more, and they want to give insight to more. So how about we just pull up Melissa Gold Tarot's reading, and I will react to it and give my thoughts and my feelings as we go along. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll also be leaving a link down below for the original link to Melissa Gold Tarot's video. You guys can check her out, check out her channel, check out all of her content because she does readings on Foodie Beauty, on Girl World, and she has a variety of different videos on her channel that you might enjoy. So let me just go ahead and pull it up. And here we go. And I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go.
Oh, that like flew all the way halfway across the room. Oh, that's all right. So that's what fell out on the floor, and it was upside down. It's the devil card. But it's in reverse. It fell on the floor in reverse. That's how I picked it up. It's face down. So, this card represents a few things. Toxic energy. Sometimes it's about obsession. As soon as I said that, I felt like, yeah, maybe it's in reverse because this person, the way they feel currently about Chantal, they've released this energy. I don't think they think about how much at all. That's what I just felt. General reading for entertainment purposes only. We're just here to have fun. But yeah, that's what I just felt. Like this could be about how this person could feel like Chantal, was or in some way kind of obsessed with them. Maybe this was here in reverse because this energy actually feels like they should feel more like
Can I stop the video for a second because I've got some thoughts on that about the obsession. These are just some personal thoughts. I think, in my opinion, and Chantal has said herself, she has daddy issues. I think Chantal, even to this day, is longing for a father's love. Like she wants a father's love. Just follow me here for a second. Think about the people that Chantal gravitates towards. What is she looking for? Well, let's look at Salah. How does she often describe Salah? He's very protective of me. He looks after me. He takes care of everything. I'm not a psychologist. I never claimed to be. But since she's been with Salah, it's almost as if, in a weird sort of way, she's regressing emotionally, mentally. She wants to be a child again in certain ways and trying to reenact that. Like she's treating Salah almost like a father versus a partner. Like acting very childlike, talking very childlike, talking in the baby voice. She doesn't want to do anything. She wants someone else to handle all the responsibilities. Usually, the only time and period in life that happens is during childhood. She doesn't want to be an adult. She doesn't like doing adulting. But I think some of Chantal's issues stem from the fact that she wants a father's love and she never got it. And so, when you have that longing inside of you, you may or may not go through life looking for the thing that you long for most. And if you can't find it in the person that you want to give it to you, you try to find it in other people. Here's the problem: only a father, a true father figure, can give a father's type of love. Uh, the men that come into your life, they give a different kind of love, but it'll never be a father's love. So she's looking for something in people that can't give it to her. She's trying to combine different things together. A romantic relationship type of love with a fatherly love, treating a partner like a father figure, and it gets all jumbled up and mixed up and confused and messy, very very messy. So that is part of the problem, is that she's longing for something and trying to find it in people that can't possibly give it to her.
Like,
Why don't I ever think about you, Chantal? Is it because I knew from the moment you were conceived you were the devil? Oh, I knew from the moment that I didn't pull out in time and that your mother didn't swallow, that the spawn of Satan would be born.
yeah. Trying to reinvent him. All right, why is this devil here? Why did it fall out? And it fell out like flying across the room, so it's almost like you know, symbolizing the amount of distance that this person puts between, or wants or desires between them and Chantal, whether that be physical distance, energetic, you know what I'm getting at. Show me why this is here. Why'd the devil fall out? Why'd the devil fall out? Let me just clarify it, even though... Alright, so the Ten of Wands, the card of I feel burdened. Sometimes I describe the Ten of Wands as a person that just doesn't carry the load very well. In general, I have one deck where the art in the Ten of Wands, I'm like, this is the way a person carries 10 wands. Life is going to throw you lemons. What are you going to do? You're going to make lemonade, or you're going to, you know, cry about it like a biatch. It's like that. All right. And the Empress, okay? If you're unfamiliar with tarot and you haven't watched my readings, the Empress, all right? She's with child. So I'm seeing this like, yeah, this has to do with how when he was connected to Chantal's mother, Chantal, her being conceived, what I said here,
I always knew you were an evil spawn of Satan, conceived between two people that were full of hate. We didn't want you, Chantal.
So the burden of the pregnancy. So this is why and on the bottom, all right, so on the bottom we have the Hermit, the Page of Pentacle, and the Two of Cups. This is sometimes like the ghosted energy, or what I feel like represents a person that is physically there. They could be next to us, but it's like they're removed. They may as well not be there, or they don't want to be there, or they ghosted. All right, is that what he did? He like ran off, like ghost. The Page of Pentacle, like the person that was.
Okay, I got to stop right here. Like, as I'm watching this reading, I keep getting a message from Spirit saying that overwhelmed. I keep getting the word overwhelmed. Like during the time of this pregnancy, Dad was feeling overwhelmed. I'm not saying he should have ran out of Chantal's life and ghosted the mom if that's what he did, but that's where his head was at. He was overwhelmed,
burdened by the toxicity of himself as well, right? At that time. He could have, this could be here too, because like maybe during the time when he met Chantal's mom and stuff, being a younger person, not recognizing how toxic he was, or how him not being in Chantal's life when he uh uh what he feels was burdened by the pregnancy of this young mother. Maybe instead of ghosting and running away, if he had put a little time and effort into this person, the mother of the child, and Chantal, this before she was a demon spawn, like she didn't have to be, it didn't have to be that way. And this could say to me that there was love there for him with this person, but that it was built like they had like a trauma.
okay. Like looking at that one card in your hand, Melissa, the Two of Cups, you got the two rabbits peeking out of the cups, like young love. I keep hearing young love. And I realized that Chantal's dad was a bit older than Chantal's mom, but it was like a young mentality love, not a mature love, just lustful, just not mature thinking.
Bond or something, him and the mother. And yeah, he was a foolish energy, naive, insecure person in general, I'm feeling. And just not looking at when they jumped off and left the situation, not realizing how it affects the other people. All right, like this woman, who has a baby in her bellies. Yeah, he definitely broke. He, I think, understands that his actions have consequences. Like, So, does this person feel like they're responsible for the way Chantal is now?
Can I say something about that? There are lots of people who grow up in single parent families. You know, children that grow up with just the dad or just the mom, uh, just one parent isn't there for one reason or another, and they grow up just fine. Just because one parent may be missing from your life does not mean later on in your life you're going to be the biggest jerk imaginable or be destructive or evil or vile. You know, one parent families don't automatically mean you're going to have a negative life, either at the time you're growing up or later. So, even though Chantal's dad, her biological father, was not in her life, is that entirely the fault of the dad? I think it might have affected her emotionally. And if she had sought out counseling, maybe that could have been worked through to at least she could have understood the pain and the longing and not gone through continuous cycles of looking for a father's love in places where she wasn't going to find it. But does that longing for a father's love explain away all the vileness that she's done for so many years? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. Nope.
Um, do they feel any like responsibility for who Chantal has become? The Knight of Wands. They could feel like if they weren't so impulsive and back and forth with their energy, maybe then she wouldn't be as like he could feel like Chantal is stuck in like the mind of like a teenager or something, or like how she was in her early 20s or something. Or this, I don't know if he came in her life for a moment when she was like of that age. I just felt that. I don't know. I tried and then was like, the star.
I just felt something too, like between the biological father and Chantal, the energies clash. And not because he's gone from her life, but I'm feeling like the way he thinks versus the way she thinks, they clash. So there is distance between the two of them based on how they look at things. Like if they were to talk, that there would be a lot of clashing. It wouldn't be like, oh, I get you, you get me. There'd be a lot of clashing.
I don't know if this has to do with if he feels that he's the reason that the way she gets attention is so like screwed up.
Well, because it is.
And if he feels some sort of responsibility, or that she might get her addictive personality or traits from him, either from him, like biologically, or because he skipped out, when that happened. I could even see this as he could feel like the way she's acting, or the person that she has like become as a supposed adult, is the person that she was or he was in his younger years, like late teens, early 20s. Very impulsive, driven by like not thinking before they speak, being like all about wanting to have fun, the things that make them happy, just like not necessarily healthy things or good things. This energy, connecting it to the narcissistic energy, the drinker. Yeah, I'm just feeling. So, this. All right. So he could feel that her. Yeah, I think he actually feels like a lot of her traits come from him biologically. Whether he ever spent time with her or not wouldn't matter. Almost like I don't know if this imbalance runs it, like, you know what I mean, like the way certain mental illnesses or physical illnesses can sometimes be genetic. I think this is here the same reason that it was there for the mother the other day. Same thing, like doesn't feel like she's gonna be around for a long time. Might feel like I wish this person was never born, or she might have said to him the way I said the other day about maybe saying to the mother, using it as a way to guilt them, like, oh, you didn't want me, you probably wish I was never, born, kind of thing.
Yeah, but the problem with Chantal is that because she's so incredibly manipulative, selfish, and self serving and self absorbed, you can't tell if there's real honest feeling coming out of her or if she's just using a very hurtful, cruel manipulation tactic on you. Like, just you have to question, is that how she really feels? Or is she just pulling something out of her toxic hat to be hurtful to get the one up? See, that's the problem. That is the problem with Chantal. And I'd be very interested to know, like, I want to know, like, as far as Chantal and the dad, like, how he feels about her. So let me just draw just a few quick cards. Again, no disrespect to you, Melissa. I just want to go deeper. I want to know more. So I'm just going to draw a few cards myself. Just something tells me go deeper, find out more. So the dad wants her to have possibilities, follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. He wants that for her. You know, he's seen the worst of her, but there's something in his mind of like he's like just waiting for the positive, you know. There's a lot of tension between them, a lot of tension, stressed out, migraines, worry, and there are some definite boundaries between them. Like she wants to reach out, but he's like, nope, disrespectful, enough is enough, defend yourself. So there are boundaries. Yeah, he psychopath, abusive, conniving, unpredictable. So he knows that she is abusive. He knows that she's abusive, hence the reason why he's established boundaries. It's like he's got a new family, and so I feel like he's protecting them. It's not that he doesn't want to have her around. It's just that he recognizes in her that there's a lot of negativity, a lot of hurtful traits, a lot of hurtful qualities. I keep hearing he knows about her bitterness and her anger and her hurt about him leaving, but he doesn't want that to bleed over and affect his new family. So he recognizes that she is and has become an abusive person, and he doesn't want any part of that. As long as she stays on that side of the fence, he just really doesn't know what to do. Basically trapped. He feels trapped with just, if he wants to reach out to her, he's not able to. Like there's a standstill. Like, I'm here with my family. he's feeling like she wants to reach out, she wants to connect, but because of this, it's just like everything is at a standstill. Um, and also he recognizes that she's always reaching for the masculine energy, the authority, discipline, father figure. There we go. Yeah, she's reaching for that father figure. Like she's reaching for something. She's reaching for something that she will never be able to find in other men who are not her father and don't act as a father figure. I mean, you can have people around you that are father figures, but they are strictly father figures. They are not somebody you feel romantic towards or lustful towards. They are simply people in your life that function as fatherly figures that you trust, that there's strictly a platonic fatherly thing going on. And Chantal tries to combine the fatherly energy with the relationship energy, and you cannot do that. You can't do that. So, yeah. So, like, if Chantal wants to reconcile with the father, if there's any chance of that, she cannot be what she is. She cannot be destructive and self destructive. She cannot be toxic. She cannot be negative, because his priority is with the family he has now. And he's not going to allow her to hurt them in any way, to affect them in any way. Like, as long as she continues on the path that she's on, the door is shut. And I think if she were to fix herself, just have a moment of reflection, uh, responsibility, accountability, just start opening up doors inside of herself versus keeping them locked shut. Like, some of the issues that are going on inside of her could be resolved. But she's stubborn. We all know Chantal's stubborn. And she's going to keep those doors locked because she will never admit that she's wrong.
Or what I felt like the same thing about the mother energy getting this card. That, like, if Chantal doesn't make some changes, she just she's gonna, yeah. This could that, like,
There's that tower card again. I pulled the tower card for her. Melissa pulled the tower card, and I think Neo pulled it. Ugh. All three of us pulling that doggone tower card.
she might not be here for much longer if she doesn't
Oof.
fix herself. All right. And he could feel like, she's a broken person. He might feel some responsibility for that. He himself might feel like he was coming from a place that was broken.
I have to wonder if there was a way for Foodie and her real father to reconcile, or at least have a decent conversation, which would not be possible right now because she's stubborn and she's hard-headed. Would it make a difference? Would she honestly open up and listen? At this point in time, no. But if she had a come to Jesus moment where she reconnected to her spiritual self, her higher self, and she stopped hiding behind the facade and the hiding behind a mask and living for the internet, reconnect to her actual self. I wonder if her father talked to her, because I keep hearing like that's the person she really wants to talk to. Like, if everybody in her life, that's the person that she wants to talk to him. She's angry that she can't talk to him. That's the person she longs for. But if he sat down with her, and if they have a lot in common with like the way he was in his younger years, being impulsive and living by the seat of his pants and so forth. If he talked to her and said, "Yeah, I used to be like that, and I see that you're like that, and I got to tell you, it's not the way to be." Like if she would listen or not, if it would make a difference. I don't know. I don't know.
Like the foundation. He could feel like the relationship between him and Chantal can never be repaired. That the foundation of that relationship is so broken. That too much time has passed, or that the time he does have left on this earth, he has to focus on other things. He can't put energy, into this person who might like just see him or
Yeah, like there's two parts to this problem. There's reaching out to the other person and there's reaching the person. It's not just a matter of physical distance. It's a matter of if both people involved are truly open to one another, like ready to talk, ready to listen, ready to communicate without ego or hatred or screaming or arguments, really, really communicate. I don't know about dad's mental state or how he feels, but Chantal, she's nowhere ready. I don't know what his state of health is or what hers is, but I think if she got on a good road and fixed herself, there's a slight chance it could be repairable. Like it's never too late. It's only too late when you're on the other side of the grass. Then it's too late. If you're on this side, there's always a chance, there's always a moment, but you got to be ready for it and you got to work for it. And I don't think she is.
remember or speak of him as like this person that was not emotionally stable and go back in the day, and is the influence and reason for like who she is attracted to as an adult woman. And he could feel like he's betrayed Chantal either by passing on.
They say, not in all cases, but they do say that you look for traits of your father, whoever that father is. Like when you're a child growing up with your mom and your dad, you take from your mom and your dad like the standard of which to judge people. Like if you're a woman and you're growing in a household, and if say you are attracted to men, then your father figure, he's the first man in your life that will show you like where to set the bar. And if you're a father and you're raising up your daughter, you show her what is respectful love and what is unacceptable. And sometimes you get lucky, you have a father in your life that treats you well, teaches you well. So when you got into the world and if you're looking for a partner, you know what is unacceptable love and what is acceptable traits in a partner versus something you should walk away from. So where am I going with this? This is Chantal. All this time running around saying that she's looking for a relationship I think the more corrected version is she's been running around looking for a sort of surrogate father figure. I think that's the more correct version. She doesn't want an equal partner. She doesn't want an independent man. So then she will be independent and they both stand on their feet side by side together equally. She literally wants to be taken care of. She wants to feel loved and comforted and think about nothing and do nothing and have no responsibilities. She's looking for a father. She's looking for a father figure. So saying that she wants a relationship, but you don't want a relationship, Chantal. You don't want an independent man to be your boyfriend and then your husband. You're looking for a father. You're looking for a father figure.
What he feels is this like trauma through just, genetics, or because of not being able to be there when this happened. Yeah. And I think this person walked away from Chantal back then. And
well, Chantal has said she's got abandonment issues. And I think maybe, and I'm not trying to be a psychiatrist here, this is speculation. Maybe the abandonment issues tie into her need of control, constant control. She's got to control everything. If there is somebody in her life, whatever man she's fixated on, she has to control them. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? What's going on? Maybe underneath it all, there's a fear of abandonment. And to keep from being abandoned again by a male figure, her solution is to control that man, control his every move, control his every word, controlling a man with money by throwing out the hook and somebody grabbing onto it. She can pull them in and hold on to them tightly to where they can't escape. And as long as they don't escape, she won't be alone. And again, I'm just speculating, but just there's this fear of being alone, not liking being alone. She doesn't want to be abandoned. And I have no sympathy for Chantal. Let's not get it twisted. She's still an evil biatch. Okay? I'm just trying to poke around in the mind of what Chantal might be thinking. So, I'm going to ask the question real quick before this reading ends. What is it with Chantal and men? What are the main issues? Give me some insight to Chantal and men. Just a little bit. Why she does what she does. Why does Chantal need to always control? I think that's a better question. Why does she need to control all the time? What is that? Yeah, she needs nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. She's always in need of nurturing, always looking out for the nurturing, and she comes across at first as nurturing. Oh, I'll do everything for you, and I've got lots of money, and I'll take care of you. So, what she wants from these men, she projects in the beginning. She projects herself as being very nurturing, caring, generous, loving, but she uses that in a manipulative way. She puts on a mask of generosity and nurturing. but then she turns toxic. The nurturing is actually quite toxic. And there's drama, arguments, and incompatible. So like just the toxicity comes right through. Then there's the running. Like there's escape, denial, excuses. It's like she's running from things, y'all. She's running. She's running from herself. She's running from her issues. She's always running from her problems. Like she it's her life is about escape. More than just like getting on an airplane and going to Kuwait. She escapes in a variety of different ways. I'm being told she escapes by getting on an airplane and going to Kuwait, but she also escapes through food. She escapes by her mind, like making up stuff in her mind. Her own mind is an area of escape, making up things of fantasy, making up these lies. These are tools of escape for her, like escaping from herself and her issues and running away from them. And so like she's doing the escape, and she she covers up the pain with laughter. Like this is a false mask, that the laughter, happiness, joy, healing. Uh, but that's a false mask. Yeah, exactly. So, but that is like the laughter is a mask. Everything's fine, everything's cool. Mask. Hiding, concealing, deception. So always wearing a mask. Always one last one. I'm being told one last one. And she needs to do some healing. Okay, instead of running and escaping and looking for a father's love where you will never find it, you need to look inside yourself for it. And you need to understand that a father's love cannot come from a man who is not your father, who is not signing on to be a father figure. You cannot combine fatherly love with relationship love. They are entirely different. Because if you're trying to look for both kinds of love in one person, that's where everything gets messy and messed up, and you get very frustrated because you're not getting what you want. The lines get blurred. It just gets weird.
Currently, this is the energy that's walking away. These cups are standing, so I don't think this person is totally immune and doesn't feel anything for Chantal. But I think they recognize that the time is gone for that. And I think that they feel some sort of responsibility or heavy, something connected to back when this happened. They might feel more about the mother.
I keep feeling like that the father's saying, "What can I do?" He feels a sense of like, just, what can I do? Like that she's 40 years old now, and she's doing her own thing, and she's wrapped up in this world of whatever. What can I do? A sense of just throwing up your hands and what can I do? He doesn't know what to do.
As far as like, oh, I should have done different by this person. But I think when it comes to this, like Chantal, I think they feel like they cut the cord a long time ago. They're not looking to reestablish or rebuild or repair something that they feel was broken from the start. And I feel, again, January for entertainment only, I feel that some of what this energy feels, they put on the mother energy. Like, they weren't around to make her this way. So, I don't know. But them not being there is part of why this person is this way.
I think Chantal being the way she is, like, I don't know about her family history as far as anything mental, emotional. I think the issues are twofold. I think perhaps from the dad's side, Chantal might feel a sense of abandonment, maybe have daddy issues, looking for a father's love in places where she's not going to find it. But the other half of that is her upbringing, which her mom had a lot to do with that, like things she was taught, things she saw, things she experienced, things that she was allowed to do, because Chantal was a bit of a wild child. So it's twofold. It's twofold. There's a little bit of this over here and a little bit of that over there, and you got to put the both together.
All right. If there's questions I didn't ask that you want me to, leave it in the comments and let me know. Again, it was a general reading for entertainment only, but that's what I see there. Bye.
Great reading. Great reading, Melissa. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed reacting to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And please look down below for the original link of Melissa's video. And go sub up to her channel. Give her a like. Uh, Leave her a comment. Tell her how much you enjoyed it, how much you enjoy her doing stuff on Girl World. So that's it for this reading. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.